Imagine you're in an old, dark, dilapidated building. You're walking down the hall and hear a creak behind you. If your first reaction is to think there is a ghost or spirit behind you, you're not alone. Nearly half of Americans believe in ghosts, and according to a poll conducted by Ipsos in 2019, along with that 46% of ghost believers, about 22% of Americans think demons definitely exist. So this will be about ghosts, famous ghosts and their hauntings. And everyone in their life will experience death, and ghosts and spirits are just one way people think about it. So learning about different ghosts and spirits and haunted places could be interesting for people. And so I've been interested in ghosts for years, watched a lot of ghost hunting in television shows and movies, and what I'm going to do is give a little background on, some recorded histories of ghost stories and different lore. I'll talk about a couple specific ghosts and spirits, and then I'll wrap up with a couple different haunted locations. And so, again, belief in spirits is tied to the way people view death. For thousands of years, cultures have believed in spirits in diverse ways, and there are ghost stories throughout all of history. To highlight one, History.com has a letter that Pliny the Younger wrote in the early first century. In this letter, he doesn't state that the story is fictional. Instead, he's asking the recipient if they believe the ghost story could be true, or if he just has an overactive imagination. And not just in Western cultures, ghosts and spirits are a part of Eastern cultures as well, with Japanese lore in particular has many different notable ghost stories and myths. And so, along with that, there are famous ghosts and lores, and so they're not necessarily connected to movies or stories like the ghost from, like Casper the Ghost, for example, but there are a couple types of ghosts. There's poltergeists, which has a film, but then is also a believed type in spirit. And then there's a general type of spirit called the White Lady. And so the White Lady is a spirit of a woman wearing all white, and is said to be in mourning due to a horrible loss. She's been seen. People have recorded seeing her in many different places. She's La Llorona in Spanish. In the legend exists, there's been sightings in Connecticut, in Europe, and everywhere. So that's one spirit. And then History.com again. So they've said that folks have said to see Abraham Lincoln, or the ghost of Abraham Lincoln in the White House. Grace Coolidge and a queen of the Netherlands have both claimed to see him in different points in time. And so people love this belief. And along with that, there are locations that are famously haunted. Hundreds of thousands of people go to visit haunted locations each year, and sometimes people pay a lot of money to do so. And the House of Seven Gables in Massachusetts is a very famous haunted house. There's a lot of history. It was built in around the 1600s, I believe. And so, earning its name from Nathaniel Hawthorne's book, The House of Seven Gables, this home is now a museum in Salem, Massachusetts. And according to just like a ghost blog website, people have claimed that they've heard people like a voice whispering in their ear when no one's around them. And another location is actually Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. So the aftermath of that 3-day battle during the Civil War left about 8,000 people dead on the battlefield. And so bodies were still being found into the 1990s. And while people don't go to Gettysburg, the majority of people who go to Gettysburg isn't to go ghost hunting, but there are people who do. And so in conclusion, from Casper the Friendly Ghost to the Ghost of Gettysburg, people have always embraced ghosts, and there's many places considered haunted. People believe in different kinds of ghosts, some being popular, and some ghosts being spotted multiple times by different people. This topic is something that's interested people basically since the beginning of time, and I believe this topic will continue to intrigue people forever. Thank you.